Hello slots fans, welcome back to Gambling.com. I'm Lee William and we have a special for you today. The office has got together in the festive spirit and they've picked out the top 12 Christmas slot games. Try saying that one after a Christmas sherry. Anyway, they've taken a vote because apparently we're a democracy in here and the least Christmassy person in the office has to read this list out for you and you will find all the details of the game in our accompanying article. So let's get straight into it. From worst to best. First up comes Santa's Wild Ride, where Santa rides a Harley and has an elf mechanic. Then there's Ho Ho Tower, Deck the Halls, Merlin Magic Respins, which is just an ordinary game that's been given a Christmas theme, Gingerbread Lane, not quite sure what that has to do with Christmas, but that might be because I'm the Grinch, Merry Christmas, imaginatively titled, Happy Holidays for those who are trying to be politically correct, Secret of Christmas, Holiday Season, and then we get to three games which I actually think are quite good even though I detest Christmas. So the first up is Secret Santa from Micah Gaming, which has so many features in it that you probably can't count them. It's really a very entertaining game to play. And then we have a slightly classic Christmas slot with a classic Christmas theme, which is Christmas Carol from Betsoft. I have a bit of a soft spot for this game because it was one of the first slots that I ever reviewed and sort of learned to play slots on when I moved over from poker. And I think it's a really clever game that's put together. It has different feature sets based on the ghost of Christmas Past, Christmas Present and Christmas Future from the classic story of Ebenezer Scrooge. And maybe I've got a soft spot for it as well because, like me, Scrooge hated Christmas. So it could be something to do with it. But I still think that's a very playable game. And if it wasn't for the fact that it was a democracy and everyone got a vote, I would have put this as number one for best Christmas slot. However, the office have spoken and the winning slot is Jingle Spin from NetEnt. I have a couple of issues with this being the best Christmas game that they've chosen. It's not that it's a bad game, in fact it's an extremely good one because it's a copy of Eggomatic, it's a clone. And it's an extremely entertaining game. Then that's why I have a problem with it, because NetEnt are a lazy slot provider. And they do this every year. They take their most popular slot from the year, they reskin it, put a Christmas theme on it and say, hey, we're giving you a new slot game. NetEnt, if you're listening, put some effort into it, lads, and give us a new game for next year, please. Anyway, that's all from me, Lee at Gambling.com. Do read the article if you want the details on each of these games, and you will find a selection of the best casinos to play these Christmas slots at. Of course, you could always go and play something else entirely if, like me, you're trying to avoid the whole holiday thing. Humbug. Thank you and goodbye.